Hello, everyone. We're back. Okay. Anyway, I was explaining in the previous video. I was explaining how to store food in a freezing biome without power, because I was like, corn's a little bit better because it lasts longer, but that's only if you're storing the corn inside. And let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wasn't making stone blocks. Oops. Anyway, they all do a party. If you're in a freezing biome, believe it or not, as long as it stays warm during the winter and consistently cold, or warm during the summer and consistently cold during the winter, it's actually pretty easy to manage because you basically just grow the crops. You grow plenty and extra of what you need, and then you only harvest it until the end of the season, and then once it starts getting close to the winter season, yes, you start harvesting it, and then the crop doesn't die. See, that's really weird, yes? But anyway, you can then store the crop outside. You basically create like a wood shelf outside, and you designate it only for one type of food, and then you set it as the second highest priority. And then you have a second stack of that same food on raiders. They got guns. Yep, this is when I'm like, okay, it's the Muffalos, by the way. I am 100% certain I am having this problem because the darn Muffalos showed up. I am so not joking. I really wish I was, but I'm not. Yeah. I hate those Muffalos with a passion, like a deep, in my soul, burning passion. They must not be attacking quickly. Yeah, they're not. See, I wish I put traps right there. See where they're standing? A ton of raiders stopped right there. If I just put a couple of traps there, I had a door to get in and out really quickly. Apparently, the AI only likes to follow the path without any doors. I cannot confirm this, because honestly, I don't know. But apparently, the AI will go to lengths to avoid... See, this is an awful design for what I wanted. It was a really bad location on the map, too. That does not help. Huh? Okay, why is he running over there? He's all like, I'm going to run to the other side. Doink. Oh, yeah. Wow, that was like an awful arrow. Dude, you suck. Hugely. How's you doing health-wise? Got some bruises. Okay. Boom. See, this is interesting. I can actually... Oh, one shot. Oh, and they start attacking the stupid wall. See, I don't know what caused them. More specifically, it's not just that they're attacking the wall. What I don't know is why they started attacking that wall at that time. Nothing makes sense to me. See, it's like they've... Oh, he's got a knife, actually. Oh, down he goes. Didn't one of them have a gun? I feel like one of them had a gun. Maybe. Yeah, okay, one of them had a gun. Boom! That was the easiest gun battle I've ever had. And I got some go juice. Boy. There we go. Anyway, this I can talk about nonstop. But building the fort from scratch, yada, 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 and then relying on this storyteller to keep things going is just really boring. I'm going to try and do a full fort from beginning to end, nonstop, because the editor person actually was interested in doing that. So I'll do it for them. Oh, I've got a shotgun, too. I hate managing weapons. That's another thing I hate. I really wish you could store guns in one location, bows and arrows in another location, armor in another location. That would be very convenient. I'm sure there's a mod for it. Anyway, I'm still using the bow and arrows. Like I said, I really like the bow and arrow. I really do. Not meaning it as a joke, not meaning it as sarcasm. I've heard watermills are really good as a power source. Random tangent. Really good. Apparently, you can just, spam a bunch of watermill generators, and they basically generate, infinite water power. because because water doesn't really move on the map. So it's basically like a free endless power supply. Question mark. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah. The fort I'm doing right now for the full completion, I guess. Well, yeah, I won't do any spoilers. It's a pretty cool fort. We'll see. Anyway, yeah. If you have food, or if you have a winter and you're worried about the winter, why did they attack that wall? That bugs me. Anyway, if you have a winter and you're yada yada yada, you're worried about whatever details. Oh boy. Okay. You set the one stockpile outside, and that holds the majority of the food, and as long as it freezes, you're good. Animals will pick at it, but honestly, it's not that much to worry about too much. And you can put a fence or a door or a wall or whatever around it if you really want to as well. A mad muffalo. Is it a mad muffalo that killed the one guy? Because there were some muffalos down there. It might have been a muffalo. It might have killed her friend. I don't remember. Yeah. No, it looks like a cougar kind of animal. I don't know. I think it would have been a cougar, because that would have been a while ago. It's not the same animal. Anyway, yeah. Stockpiles outside with the large supply of food in one location, and then the small supply of food inside that you use for cooking. That way the people doesn't have to go outside and freeze. And you just keep it a small stockpile. And you don't let it become a big stockpile, and you're done. It is that simple. I know, it's amazing. Wait, why is this paused? No, it's not paused. Muffalo 3 has given birth. More kids! Yay! Seriously, I hate the Muffalos. They ruined this fort. I should never have done it. You can't control their value. They count towards the fort's value, and you cannot, get rid of that value. It just accrues. It just adds continuously, regardless of what you do. More and more Muffalos will add to your number, and eventually you will just be overrun in the dumb things. Anyway, I honestly picked them because I thought Muffalos would not have the same birth rate as other animals. Boy, was I wrong. What is this? Yeah, this is the 3rd of April, May. Yeah, I'm getting about one Muffalo a month from each female Muffalo. Maybe a month and a half. But I mean, that's ridiculously fast. I don't care what time scale you're on. That's really fast. It should be once a year. This is the 2nd year of my fort. I think. I assume it all starts at 5500. Anyway, I could be wrong. Man, look at all that. Seriously, huge mess. Way too many Muffalos. Way too many. And I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, oh boy, what do I do with these things? I guess I start killing them. And it's just like, oh yeah, that causes problems in itself. Then again, that's kind of my point. Now if I kill them, I have the meat, which will go bad. See, I'm worried about the size, and I'm only consuming half the nutrition. Way too many animals. Way too many. Oh, it's so awful. I can't stand them. Can't stand it. Sorry, guys. Anyway, the Muffalos are just like a plague. They just grow in number without stopping. They do not stop. You just get more and more and more Muffalos. And eventually they overrun your base, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. Oh, around this point, I'm realizing my stockpiles is finally filling up, and most of it's because of the freaking clothes, if you don't notice. Each clothing item takes up a full stack. Yeah. Not sure why. Yeah, then I decided to deconstruct them and build myself a new table. A better table. I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna build a nice big fancy table. Marble? Did I have marble? I cannot read that. It's too blurry. Sandstone. Psh. Sandstone sucks. I want marble. Well, I think marble actually adds more value, so that's kind of bad from my perspective. Anyway, yay, it works. You can manage the threat level for your fort by just keeping everything really low value. And I do mean everything. Yes, as long as you don't collect items, as long as you don't gather too many items, your fort doesn't generate much threat. And when an event happens, it's usually a low value event. It's not going to be like the mechanoids or something. Honestly, though, the mechanoids aren't dangerous. I feel like they've been gimped, honestly. As much as people talk about them as if they're like the end of the universe when they happen, nothing is like that at all from my perspective. If anything, I'd say the mechanoids is kind of a lame duck. I've killed mechanoids way too many times at this point. I don't feel any fear or, whatever. So, manhunters, yeah, this is why right here. This is why I gave up, or I started keeping the door. See, I want to be able to forbid it so my people can keep about doing their daily life stuff, and I don't have to worry about the stupid wolves. I should have just used traps. I did it on another fort, and it worked much better. Much better. Just put some traps around the entrance, and the animals die. It works much better. Like, no comparison at all. They won't go through doors. They won't attack. They won't anything. See, they'll just sit there. If I put a bunch of traps there, like even in random locations, it would have been much better. At the time, I was tired of traps because they always reset the home zone around the traps. Now I don't really care. It's a lot better than like taking care of the muffaloes, and it's a lot better than the other alternatives. Now I know traps have nothing to do with muffaloes. I'm just complaining about it because I hate those things. I really hate them. I hate them with a passion. Those muffaloes. I'm going to make a muffalo episode. Yep. A bunch of mad muffaloes. They're going to attack me. We're going to call it the cow level. Yeah. Probably shouldn't record that part. But anyway, it's all right. I've got other good ideas too. Nah. I built some shelves because I need shelves. And yeah, I'm trying not to grow this fort too big because I really was curious if I could keep the threat down. But if I added the muffaloes, then I already suspected it wouldn't work, and it does not. But, I mean, it's just a thing. I'll point out how much wood I have right now. Yes, at 4,184 wood. I'm not running out of wood anytime soon. Yes, I'm not doing anything to like grow wood or anything. I think you only need to grow wood on like really restricted maps where you do not have like much space. And I do mean really restricted maps, like a ton of water or something covering the map, or mountain, one of those kinds of things. Then you might need to like actually purposefully grow wood. But chocolate is one I'm interested in still. That's one I haven't done, because apparently chocolate doesn't spoil, so it makes a good caravan supply. I honestly don't know, because I don't do caravans. Yeah, I want to do caravans. I really want to make them work, but I really don't see the function very well. It just seems like a novelty. It's kind of like Dwarf Fortress's version, which is a copy of this game, if I remember right, actually. There we go. I get to flip it for once. Interesting, but I mean, does it really add any value or depth to the game? Not really. It adds pretty much nothing to the game. It's pretty much the same experience as it was before and after. That's it. I don't know what else to say, honestly. There is nothing else to say. I wish I could say something else, but I mean, that's it. I'm really getting tired of these videos. And by that, I mean, seriously, like, playing it safe is boring. I'm so bored. I'm gonna do Randy Random. You know what? We are going to do Randy Random on a high difficulty, and we are going to go all the way, baby, all the way to the moon. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I have to admit, now that I found out about water wheel generators. Ugh, what a mouthful. Now that I know that water wheel generators basically work as like a never-ending power supply, I have to admit I'm a little bit curious to see if they are half as what they seem to be. Because, I mean, if they are basically free power, that opens the map choice up a lot to some things that I hadn't ever thought about. Previously, I just assumed water was just kind of, it takes up space, and you're just like, ugh, why do I have to deal with this? Now I'm like, oh, you know what, man, water actually sounds kind of like, useful. It's obviously a great barrier, as I'm assuming that the NPC, the AI, won't enter a map that has water on it. So in other words, if you're like on a peninsula, it's kind of like being in the mountains. Yes, there's only one entrance. I would love to do a peninsula start. That would be really interesting. I know how to do it on Dwarf Fortress. I don't know how to do it on this game. Yeah, that's a bummer, but it's true. See, there's the high-tech research bench. Yay! Almost ready for the power generator. It only took 3 hours? I get all sarcastic and it's not 9. Each video is 30 minutes, 9 minutes. Yeah. It's 5 hours. Ugh. Now I'm not that far into the fort either. That's the worst part. There's so much farther into the fort I have to go. Anyway, see, I get everything set up before I build the generator. I really do suspect, like Muffalos, I really do suspect that the generators count for a huge amount of value. Just going to throw that out there because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm trying to figure out when those things are going to leave. They are really annoying, and it is much easier to just kill them than hide. Hiding is boring. Hiding works, but it is boring. It is so boring, I'm bored, and I don't want to do it anymore. So there's me trying to do research at a regular bench, because I'm curious if I'm allowed to research it, but it requires a research bench, but if I don't use it, does it matter? And the game's like, no, it matters. And I'm like, bummer. So I was just trying to find a way to, get away from not building more power generating stuff. Any power generators. Again, just trying to find ways to, figure out the mechanics. Now that I know the mechanics, this is boring. Really boring. Blah. That's a dirty area. Seriously. Those stupid animals. They pooped all over my spot. I wonder if it gets dirty enough it'll look like dirt again. That would be kind of cool. An erosion mechanic kind of thing. I doubt they could build that into the game. I doubt they would build that into the game. They might, but he said but. Yeah, I know. I'm so funny. Wow. I'm waiting for the Great Frost. I do believe there's a big frost event that happens around now. A cold snap. April, May, or is it next winter? Did it actually go through all the way through all the summer before it? Man, I had those food. See, I had those gardens. I planted them, and they had them for a year. As long as it doesn't get below freezing, it's free food storage, guys. Seriously. Yeah, no penalty, no downside. I think I had them for almost a year before the cold snap killed them. It's very low. Another animal. It's just I don't need new animals. Please don't give me animals. I don't want them. I was supposed to be doing a caravan, and I couldn't get the caravan to work. I'm pretty sure that happened off camera. Didn't show that. Which is fine, because honestly, you would have seen me like basically staring at a menu for a long time and then building a caravan, and then it doesn't start, and it says something about the caravan animals cannot reach embarkation spot or something like that. And I'm pretty sure what it basically boils down to is I had the entrances, the animals, the game feels, this room like here, I think the game thinks of this as a room. Yes. And so it's trying to treat it like it's an actual space. And the animals want to go around it rather than through it. Because of that, it totally screws everything up. I do believe that is correct. Not 100%. See, here I'm doing that stupid path. I should have done walls. Well, that causes me problems down the line. That is slightly annoying. But anyway, that's me getting ready for the power supply. I might actually have it in this video. The power generator, I mean. Cutting down a tree. Come on, Johnston. You're doing it for me. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Okay. Yeah, everything looks like it's running smoothly. Yay. I don't know why I'm saying that. Like I'm playing the game still. A rhinoceros self-tamed. I don't remember that. I had a rhinoceros, baby. How cool is that? Yeah, you guys all suck. Screw you. I got my rhinoceros. Why did I get a rhinoceros? I don't honestly know. Yeah, well. Ooh, packaged survival meal. Oh boy. I'm about to build like a really huge quantity of packaged survival meals. Yeah. Like a huge number. Because I start killing the muffalos in mass. See, I'm looking at the training. I'm like, can these be used for anything? I figured I can use them for caravans, but the caravan doesn't work. And so now I'm like, okay. Yeah. And then it's like, pen is needed. And I'm like, why is a pen needed? I have pens. See, they won't bring those animals in. If I had just one door, I think they're okay. But because there are two doors, even though neither a door is associated with an indoor space, because I have two doors, the game between the animal on the outside and the animal on the inside, it does not like them passing through. Did that rhinoceros just go through the door? Dude, that is one freaking smart rhinoceros. Seriously, like, what the heck? Rhinos opening doors. What? Anyway, and now I'm just like, man, why am I watching this zoomed out? Let's see. Ryder wakes up, starts cleaning. Boring. Goes over, starts building the power plant. Yeah. Starts building the power plant. That'll be the end of this video. Dude, this fort is boring. Yeah, I think Randy Random is good advice. Man, you need stuff happening. Otherwise, the fort is just boring. See, look at them! You fiends! No! Stop! That's Muffalo 6! I didn't have a Muffalo 6! That's one of your kids! You stupid Muffalo. I hate you. Stop having kids, Muffalo! Seriously, I really, really hate it. Like, they have way too many kids. That's a huge animal. It should only be having, like, I honestly, I want to tame Thrombos just to find out if you tame Thrombos, do you end up with the same population growth, even though they're Thrombos and they're supposed to be rare? All of a sudden you have like 30 Thrombos running around the map. You're just like, I can't stop producing Thrombos. I don't know how to slow the growth down. They just grow out of control. I have no idea if that happens. Seriously, I have no idea how to slow it down. It just drives me crazy. Why did it pause? I don't think this one goes on for that long. But there we go. Okay. Nope. God, man, that's so annoying. Okay, there we go. And it's moving again, and there's the rhinoceros. If there was a way you could just slow down the population growth, yes? I guess I'd have to store all the boy animals in a different pen from the girl animals. Ugh. It's just thinking about that is just like, that is so much work. It is so not worth it. That would work. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's what they do in the real world. But so not worth it. Not for the results you get. Maybe if it was thrombos. Maybe if I somehow tamed 2 thrombos. Maybe I would be like, oh yeah, sure, let's do it. See, now I'm just like, you know what? We can start researching other things. I have a bionics mod. I like it a lot. It's called Bionics in Surgery. I think that's actually the name of the mod. It has a weird title, like, the author's name tacked onto it too. I don't think it's literally just called that. It's a nice mod. It allows you to build prosthetics. And it does not feel cheaty because the prosthetics, like the really good ones, are super difficult to build. You're not building them anytime soon. Yeah. They're really powerful. You can create superhumans with them. But I'm pretty sure that now, like, some of the other DLC stuff does that too, in a way more extreme fashion than what I was doing. Minor break. I would do anything to have more people in this fort. I would do anything to have anything interesting happening on this fort. Yep. This is boring. Yeah, but I already started making all the videos. If I'm on video 9, you guys got to realize I'm not stomping. I'm just going to get it done. It's a lot of content. I put a ton of work into building it. I'm not going to just throw it away just because I'm bored with it. It's a bummer, but it's true. We're going to be wrapping this one up, guys. I don't know what else to say. Started building those defenses. I feel like the fort gets more interesting at this point, but honestly, it's pretty subjective. I really don't know if actually the fort does get more interesting. I don't know if raiders start showing up. And one of the biggest things I do hate about, I really wish I'd done this one. I really wish I'd built actual wooden spike traps next to those machine gun turrets, around them. As many as you can pack in around them. Spike traps are wonderful. Seriously wonderful. I wish I had spike traps still. They were so good to me. Oh, I'm gonna cry. There we go. All right. We got a steel mini turret. They're not that bad. I prefer. I like the mini turrets. They're not bad. I got to deal with XYZ. They're good enough. They will help. Deal with any. Muffalo 1 has given birth. See, that's the 8th of April, May. We could probably keep track of when Muffalo 6 gives birth, and that will tell you how their gestation cycle is, because it is really flipping fast. Really fast, not realistic fast, really fast. I'm doing something suggestive with my eyebrows there, like rabbits. Seriously. It's not how it works. Big animals don't. Anyway. There's another thing that really bugs me. Why can I not find a good way to put a freaking light in the freaking room with the dining table? Sorry. That one bugs me. Muffalo 1 is pregnant. See, had a baby, already pregnant again. Seriously. That's not how that works. I can tell you that one. Okay, guys? Just gonna throw that one out there. It does not work that way. It's because, I'm actually not going to go there because, that's the end. Have a good one.